but they got put out to Europe.
Oh shit, where out in Europe are they?
Everywhere. They're more big in like South America and shit like than they are here.
That's crazy. So they came from LA and now they're doing like global stuff. That's so sick. So actually, yeah, I already started rolling. We get the clap. So we're here with 2FLYTY. So everybody, what's up?
What's Scooch? I don't know.
So also back-to-back episodes. We also got Jay and Mark for round 2.
Still here.
So the reason I thought it'd be awesome to get you on this is because before we started hanging out and we knew each other, I knew of you because you had a music video, like the first music video of people our age that had numerous amounts of views. And we're always just talking about internet shit and views and stuff, and that was before the internet was just easy to function out like that, easy to pump out views. I mean, was that planned for you, or is it just you fucking did it and you just threw it around on?
Which one though?
The What's Up video.
The What's Up? Yeah, you're in the field and stuff. We
all right, so look, What's Up?
Yeah.
Got recorded in one day.
Just
one in 2 hours.
Yeah.
The video got recorded 30 minutes after it was recorded. It was a project that we were supposed to have done for class that we didn't do.
That's gnarly.
And then
turn a school project into a check.
And then fucking Nick was like, "Yo, my project's due. We gotta hurry up and do this shit." And I was like, "Well, fuck." So then we fucking got together. We did that shit. And then that's the first time I ever experienced Spice too, dude.
Ooh.
It's the worst.
So that's...
I was on Spice that video, dude. I was fucking tripping.
I can tell you were fucked up, but I didn't know. What do you want to do?
It was just fucking... Well, we recorded it at my house. It was when my parents weren't there for some reason, and we were with Miguel, and he couldn't smoke weed because he got arrested earlier.
So
you got arrested.
We definitely hopped super forward, but I just needed to knock that one out because it was on top of my head. But how did you get into all that? Was this were you having fun rapping and then you were just hanging out with Nick and because he was doing getting into video and film at the time? Or?
Actually, before that, how would you say you even got into rapping? Start off top. How would you say you came into what was your first moment with art, whether it be rapping, designing?
I was about 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I was at a Mexican restaurant. I was with my mom and my dad. Just cooling. We was about to order some burritos and tacos, and we got that. And then there was karaoke night, and my mom was like, "Yeah, you want to do karaoke? You always singing all the time." And I'm like, "Nah, I'm not gonna do karaoke, la la la." And then she's like, "Nah, we're gonna do karaoke." So then she grabs the karaoke book and she starts going through the book and she's like, "Look, these are all the songs you could choose from. Just choose one song that you like." And I'm like, "I'm not trying to perform." She's like, "Well, I'll perform with you if you go up." And I was like, "All right, I'll do it." And then let me remind you, I was only 8, so. The song that I saw was "Will the Real Slim Shady Please Stand Up." So what I did is I chose that song, and then me and my mom performed.
Well, your mom did it with you.
Yeah.
Dog, shout out! I know it's Father's Day, but shout out to that mom who's just you know what? I got you, my sweet baby Marshall Mathers. I got you down. That's
So then that was my first I guess you could say rap show, because people were looking at me. You know what I'm saying?
Were they loving it, or?
Oh yeah.
I feel whether people want to admit it or not, that album was a huge part of our culture.
Hell yeah.
I was fucking performing that for my dad in the car, when I was around that age.
Wow. Everybody loves Eminem, man.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're black, white, Chinese.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
So how old were you? Oh, sorry, no, you said you were about 8 then. So
when I started rapping, writing.
Where would you? This is your first rap show. This is your first time being introduced to that. How do you kind of go forward now? Did you just keep doing karaoke? How did you progress to where you're at?
I always would write in my book in DC. I lived in DC for elementary.
Like in the district or
no,
outside?
around it. Well, people around here don't get it. So, all right, I lived in Riverdale, Prince George's County.
Okay, so you lived in like South DMV. Okay,
Yeah,
I lived in Woodbridge.
Yeah, like
just south of.
Yeah. But since DC was like 5 minutes away.
That's what you just talking, because it's so much easier. Like, well, if you think about the county, that happens all the time.
But really, I mean, it's two different areas, to be honest.
Oh, of course.
But I started writing in fucking middle school, and then my parents got divorced and shit. So my mom like moved out to Laurel, and I like met some people out there. Still wasn't in the music yet, like, or recording or nothing. Just like writing little fake raps here and fake raps there that I thought were cool or whatever. And then I moved out here to West Virginia, and there was some guy named Amin Matthews, and God. He did.
Everyone tell your best Amin story.
Yo, so actually, who's doing that? I don't.
Peso Castro, Franchise the Kid, Mr. One and Only. That's like the guy that got me into recording. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be where I'm at right now, for real, I think.
That's what I was curious about, like if you had just bought the shit and did it yourself for a bit, or if Amin was like...
Nah, like, Amin was like recording, doing his own thing when I came up here, and I was in 7th grade, and then he was a freshman in high school, and I was like, listen, I'm like, oh shit, this guy like records music. And then we met, and I told him I'll make music, and he was like, oh, we should record together and all this other stuff. At first I thought he was bullshitting me because, you know, he kept on putting it off. And yeah, we'll record, I promise. And then we'd chill. We'll record, I promise. So I never thought I was going to get the chance. And then one day he was like, yo, let's record, son. I got some beats. And I was like, all right, let's do it. And we used to record from a fucking RVC fucking RVC camera. For a mic.
Oh, the same one that you use like film skate videos.
Yeah, the skate camera is the one that we used to record mic.
Yeah.
And we'd have like this fucking like circular ball that would like play the music into our headphones. So it'd be like the computer, the magic ball, and then the fucking us holding the fucking video camera in our hands recording. And then
that is makeshift as can be.
Yeah, so we started from the bottom for real. And then that's how I started recording.
That's awesome.
And I recorded my first song. It was like...
Yeah, when did you first... So now that you started recording, what time was that? How old were you at?
I was 8th grade now. Met Amin 7th grade. Didn't start
those are like MySpace days.
Yeah, MySpace.
You made them and they just like not even YouTube, just...
Yeah, this was on MySpace. And MySpace, we were popping, bro. MySpace, we had like fucking 2,000, 3,000 plays like when our songs dropped.
Yep.
But then, you know, a little motivation got lost.
It's wild how social media has changed like that. Like, I feel like the transition from MySpace to Facebook, like, not much carried over. And then... like now all the social media, like you can work together, you can work with yourself, you know, promote your Instagram account on your Twitter, you know.
Well, think about it is like
all sorts of shit. Like
I think the MySpace days were kind of like, I feel like if you take Facebook and SoundCloud and put them together, that's what it was. We had all these musicians that were popping off on MySpace. And now you have like, you can be just like a personality on Facebook, and then like no one makes any posts on SoundCloud except music or shit. Yeah. So it'd be interesting to see if like these are the two different personalities, and like MySpace was
MySpace tried to make a comeback too, and then they tried to be MySpace just all music, and I'm like, what? Did you know that?
Yeah. I think MySpace.
It turned out terrible.
I think MySpace set off so bad because like everyone was so hungry, but now like you're fucking pulling teeth to get people to click a video link. But like back then, at least for me, it was just like every bit of content
it was
a good source for music.
Yeah,
and shit before for sure.
I feel like that's.
I think where I was going with that though was like social media nowadays. Like it's awesome that they make it like so much easier nowadays to like interact with people, and like, you know, instead of like, oh, there's MySpace, that's your only option. Like, you have your options, you know, like some people prefer Twitter, like for their whatever they do, and like
some people are more successful with Instagram and shit.
Yeah, like Instagram for
that's where I get most of my.
I was gonna say that seems to be where you like pump out the most stuff.
because it's easier.
Media's important.
Because Instagram is connected to Twitter and Facebook.
Yeah.
So if I post a picture on Instagram saying go look at my song,
Yeah.
my Facebook fans get it. Oh, my Twitter fans get it.
Do you feel like you don't get as many, like, you know, on Twitter you post something, the link is like directly there. Do you think that's different from like the Instagram thing? Like it's like harder to get people to click that link?
No, because I put the link inside the description. So like when I post the link, it'll come up on Facebook as a link. And when it goes on Twitter, it'll be a link. But then, since I'm telling people to click the link in my bio, the link is already in my bio, so they just go to my page and click on the link.
I mean, do you feel like people
actually do that?
Yeah, because you know, like Twitter, it's like right in front of your face.
I don't think they actually go to my page.
Yeah,
and
we
like,
talked about that, like the one issue with Instagram, like having to go to your profile to click the link.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time at LRDT. Like,
they need to make a
clickable link.
Clickable link in Instagram, but only if you're fucking sponsored by them, you could get that. Like McDonald's and shit like that. They're the only ones that
like the sponsored ads,
they're the only ones that got links in them so you could click. But
it's so nice when you do it. Like I'll look just because it's so nice to like click and go to that link. Sometimes I'll look at like on the Explorer, not the Explorer, but like the sponsored ads. You'll click on it just to see what it is because you can't do it anywhere else on Instagram. Like I feel definitely like Instagram would be doing a lot more work for like people trying to share their stuff if you could just click on it and go. Because it sucks to have to update your bio every time. Every time there's a new video.
Well, that's why I'm trying to make a website.
Oh, dude, I have a website. It's the best. It's so easy.
You gotta have a website nowadays.
So like back to like what?
All right, so we're just like we ended up at MySpace.
Yeah, no, but I'm going back to it. So when we started hanging out, like how I know you, you know, you're doing your music and everything.
Got transferred.
Yeah, transferred to Hectorsville, but you're also, you know, you're in Rumsey doing graphic design. You're always just having like whatever you made for the day, and I've noticed you're doing all your album artwork. You're doing everything. Like, how did that come to be? Did that come later on, like after rapping? Or?
I've been drawing since I was little, man.
Yeah.
So like my grandma's a painter. She paints.
Oh, cool.
So that's harder to do, like to be honest. Like for me, I can take a pencil and draw anything, but a paintbrush and a canvas is two different things. So
you two could probably.
It's funny, we were just talking about that
for hours.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the last interview. Wilson and I were talking about with our heavy black illustration, like being so high contrast and having one pen and having to make every bold line
different
perfect
size pens
and constant. Yeah, I mean you got different size pens, but you know ultimately it comes down to like you got black on white, solid. That's all you got to work with. Like, if it was a realistic portrait, I'm way more comfortable with that versus like. I don't know. I gotta draw like the pen and ink portraits a lot of times to just get everything right, get balanced.
How would you describe your graphic design? Like, because you said you were always drawing as a kid. When did you first get into like the the digital side of design?
Sophomore year.
Sophomore year. Okay.
High school.
Did you take a class or how would you like get?
I went to Technical Institute. Like the way they do it, they're they're like, all right, you're a sophomore. I mean, no, I was a junior, my bad. You're a junior. You get a choice. Go to school all day or go to school half a day, and then the other half a day you could goof off and learn new shit.
Yeah, go.
And I'm like, well, I think I'm going to do that. Fuck school, you know? I don't really like dealing with teachers. And then when you go to James Johnson, you got one teacher, and you build a bond with that teacher, so.
Oh, that's so wild. I graduated from Tech. And Hagerstown, I did the same thing for graphic design where you get that like every other day you have like your tech classes and stuff, so there's like all the different groups, and I was in graphic design, and then that's how I started, and then I just went to college for it. But I know what it's like, and like you only, because you have your academic classes, you like only hang out with those graphic design people. Those are like the only people you talk to.
Yeah. And fucking then I could get a job as a graphic designer, but they're gonna choose the college graduate over the 2-year certificate graduate.
No, for sure.
So
I think what you have going on right now, though, like all those portraits you've been doing for everyone's, I don't know, that speaks for itself of its own. Like,
it's hitting. I got girls.
What's the deal with that? Are you doing that for money, or are you just doing it for fun right now?
Well, I'm doing a sale this month, but I'm doing it for just my promotion.
Like doing it.
they're gonna see their self drawn. They're gonna be like, oh my god, that's so fucking awesome. And then they're gonna post it and they're gonna tell their friends, and their friends gonna message me and be like, hey, let me get this. And they're gonna think it's free because their friend got it for free, but no, sorry buddy, it's gonna cost you. Unless you got your followers up, then we could talk something. Because him promoting my art is kind of him paying
They
me.
got something you want.
Yeah. Like, I just want to work with people that are willing to put something on the table like I'm willing to put something on the table.
Amen.
No, for sure. That's like the number one thing. Yeah, I feel like I've got like 500 followers. If you give me a T-shirt, I'll promote you. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't care.
I've learned nowadays with that kind of shit, like, I'm over, like, with my brand, I'm over just being like, yo, I'll send you some shirts if you're willing to take some pictures. Like, you can't be slacking like that. You know, successful people ask for what they want. And you gotta, like, you gotta be prepared to present this idea to somebody, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
You can't be like,
grow
well,
up
I
a little
haven't
bit
thought
about
that
it,
over.
you know, like, all right, if I send you sizes for you and one other model, will you do a shoot for me and do X amount of posts on this account by this date, you know? So it's set in stone. If you're not providing that information for them and being that professional, then you can't really expect them to, like, be on any sort of crunch time.
Yeah, because
you know?
they don't even understand where you're coming from either. They don't know how long you've been fucking sitting there drawing their fucking face over and over and over and over again, trying to make sure that looks perfect. But then they want it for free. But really, graphic designers get paid $23 an hour averagely when they come out to the scene. But if you're a good graphic designer, your ass is getting $25 to fucking $45 an hour.
I had an issue like that when I just designed that birthday flyer for Chew Jackson's party up in Pittsburgh. I mean, it was cool though. We're all good. But yeah.
Started beef squashed it just like that.
Well, I mean, I just spoke up for myself and then we figured it out.
So, like, are you working on new music right now?
Yeah, let's talk about.
Well, who are you working with? Are you still with, like, Amin all the time, or?
I mean, I'm kind of working by myself for real. I mean, like I said, Amin is the reason why I'm rapping now. So that's why he's the reason why I'm here probably right now.
Yeah. No, because I always remember hanging out at your house. It's like you two are together recording.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I mean, I'll still work with him and stuff. It's just,
I'm not saying like on a song, but just like, you know, bouncing ideas off each other every time you go in. Or...
Yeah, we're just like, you got rappers like Young Thug and, you know, Playboy Cardi and all them, and you got rappers like Chance the Rapper and fucking, you know, lyrical rappers.
Yeah.
I mean, falls in the category with the hype shit, you know what I'm saying? He knows how to get party hype. He knows how to get people jumping and, like, hands up in the air.
Yeah.
I know how to fucking tell a story, make people take their mind to a different place.
No, yeah, that every time I like hear majority of your songs, you're always talking about like something deep, something like whether it be with like your parents or, you know, what's fucked up going on right now.
Yeah.
Is that where you draw the most? Like, just like family life and just like the fucked up shit going on.
Well, I try to rap about something someone could relate to and what's actually going on in the world, because you're talking about Xans and lean and codeine and all this shit. I mean, I understand it's cool to party, but like, we got kids out here that are fucking 11, 12 years old that are toting guns and killing each other.
Yeah. And Xanax is so like such a fucking, all that stuff's like trendy as fucking. People think it's okay.
Yeah, I know.
It's not cool at all.
It's not cool, and it's just like, I want to be the voice of the youth for real. Like, I don't want to. Kind of what Chance is doing. Like, I'm not trying to be like him. I don't want to be a Christian rapper. Yeah. But I'm saying, like...
Why not?
that was funny.
I ask you to leave.
Excuse me, sir, this is a family show. We're going to have you leave.
Family restaurant.
But when it comes to me and Amin, I'm always going to help him. He's always going to help me.
Yeah.
He produces and records, engineer. Like, he's way better at that than I am. So I engineer my own music, find my own beats. I talk to the producers, make sure it's cool that I use it. And then I get Nick to shoot, or I get Nick's opinion, and he's like, he lets me know if it's worth a video or if it's not worth a video. Because honestly, he's like my boy, so I'm like, Nick, I'll give you.
Nick's who you work with.
Yeah, I'm like, Nick.
Yeah, quick shout out to Nick. We got stuff coming up with him soon, but you want to say what's up?
Yeah.
And then I offer money to Nick, and he always tells me no. So it's not like I have to worry about trying to find another video guy to record my song. Because if he believes in the song, then that means somebody else believes in the song, and then it's gonna be it's gonna blow. You know,
it's always cool having that creative friend, you know, that's not like when I say friend, it's like you're on a comfortable enough level to fucking unleash some constructive criticism, and nobody's gonna take it harshly. You're gonna appreciate it. Like that's how Wilson and I are. Like when we were living together, we were having drawing nights every night and tearing each other apart. Like we'd take an hour to sit there and tell each other what we're doing wrong, and nobody would get pissed about it. You know, we were helping each other out.
That's the whole.
It's good to have those creative.
That's why I'm trying to build a fucking team
around you. You know,
because I don't need somebody that's like when I record say, yo, that's a horrible idea. You should just drop that. No, I need somebody to be like, hey, I like what you did, but I would change. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Or like good critiquing, not like.
That's where.
Not like hating critiquing, you know, or like, yo, do it like.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah.
Like, this could have made it better. This would have been different. Because what you don't want is you don't want someone gassing you up like, this is the shit. This is the next big thing.
Yeah, just because they're your friend.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When what you also don't want is like you don't want someone that's just like this is trash. Like, well, what does that mean? Like, obviously.
What can I do to make it better, bro?
Because you're always trying to improve.
Tell me what you don't like in that, so I could make it a little better.
Exactly.
But also, I'm just trying to build a team, so I'm talking to like girls out in London and Paris and.
Got that international squad.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
It's so easy nowadays. Like referring back to social media, like.
Yeah, it's so easy.
Right at your fingertips.
And to be honest, I love America, but we're all stuck up, bro. We're not
spoiled.
We're not willing to work with everybody. Like in UK, I mean, maybe it's just because that's how I see it, like on social media. But I mean, I'm not really there, so I don't really know how it goes. But it looks like nobody judges nobody, and they're all down to work with each other. That's all we need here. Look at fucking Atlanta. They're fucking.
Dog, I'm so glad someone said it. So, like every other episode of this podcast, I talk about how like the music scene and the underground scene is like Atlanta. Because here's the thing, and I've heard it plenty of places. When you have an art scene that people support each other and they're like, yo, get on my song, and everyone's working together to make like a whirlpool of positive stuff. Like cause I'm originally from like DC. I got homies out in Richmond. I got homies in Nova. I got homies in Baltimore. Like all over like the DMV. And that's the problem is like you probably know from PG County like when you claim DMV, it's only like a certain couple of places. Like Baltimore doesn't claim.
I know they're 410.
Yeah, Richmond doesn't claim, and it's just like there's so much good stuff coming out of this whole like section. That if everyone worked together, I feel like we would all be.
Oh yeah, the DMV is definitely split between each other. Like, look how long it took for Fat Trail and Shaq Lizzy to actually get in the fucking studio.
Exactly.
Because they was beefing for so long.
I mean, think about it like this. Like, there's so many cats out of Virginia that, like, I think I was talking to someone on Twitter about it. Like, Missy Elliott, Pusha T, like, Pharrell, Timbaland, all these cats that are out of, like, Virginia.
But they left Virginia.
But the thing is, the DMV never claimed it.
They never came back to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like if you don't have that, like, that environment, like, I don't even live here anymore. I live out in Baltimore, but when I come here, it's all love. And I feel like that's the key. Is, like, you got it, like, if you don't come and people don't, like, welcome you, there's no point. Like, you're just like, fuck this. I'm gonna go, like, find somewhere where people like me.
And I feel like, to be honest, this area is about to blow. Like
there's so much cool shit going on.
The Panhandle, like itself, not like DC, Maryland, Virginia. No, West Virginia has so much talent in it, and everybody just needs to stop that selfish shit and work together.
For sure. Yeah. What would you say your message to other people that are in the area that maybe don't feel like working with other people? Like, what would you want to tell them? Like.
Stop being a little kid.
I don't think anyone in this area is like that. I think everyone has just their own shit going on.
Yeah. Well, everybody's just like, they like, how do you say? They want it to be their idea. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, they want to be like, oh, I created that. You know what I'm saying? Or I did that. But it's more, I look at it like, why can't we do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like people don't want to compromise a lot. I feel like that ruins a lot of like good relationships is because you're not like willing to work on it, so it just dies. Where I feel like if you really just like, you know what, I want the best thing possible to come out, so if I have to give a little more, if I have to take a little less, I feel like if you're like constantly go back and forth at the end, that's how you have like those strong relationships. I feel like Jay and Kanye is like a great example of like, Jay kind of founded Kanye, but like since they both got on that level, like Jay will do a verse for Kanye will do this thing for Jay, like that back and forth. I feel like that's how you build like that good foundation, because then you know that they've always got your back.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what a lot of people are doing.
I mean,
well, and reaching out. People are afraid to reach out to. So they're scared of rejection.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, you just gotta get back up.
Door slammed in your face.
Hey, you have to.
Builds character, man.
And then you're
like coming from both sides of that, like I can understand wanting to just like mind your own business and do your own thing while you're building, because like I've been doing Live Rough That Tough for like coming on 2 years now, and I'm just now getting to the point where like I'm comfortable with my little following that I've got, and now it's time to fine tune my brand before I want to focus on exposing it more. Like now's the time where I'm comfortable enough with sales coming through that I want to fine tune it, and then comes collaborating with people. Like a lot of people have hit me up in the past, and it's just like, I'm sorry, like that it's not the time right now. Like I'm busy doing my own shit, Like I may have seemed like a dick saying that to some people, but it's just like, I was trying to get on my own feet, because like what would it be worth if I'm doing my shit half-assed? Then like what am I worth to you if we work together?
Exactly.
You gotta build yourself up, and then and then all around you're available to work with more valuable people,
So
more talented people to hang out
with. You just kind of talked about just getting to the point of collaborating. What would you say your relationship with collaborators is with, in terms of like artists? Now, obviously, like Nick's doing like your more digital stuff, but in terms of like other rappers and singers and stuff, what would you say your relationship with like working together is? Do you do it a lot or not that often?
I'm always open and available, but it's just like I reach out to all these other rappers and they're like, no reply, or we could do something, and then I'm like, yo, I got the track ready. Oh, no reply. So I'm like, all right, it's cool. You can have your 1,000 plays here, but I'll be having like 2,000 or 4,000 plays as soon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But also, you gotta reach out to fucking blogs, dude.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like where it is. And some of them want money. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I'll do it. I'll charge you $50. I know. I believe you. And like, ever since I started promoting myself online, fucking, I've been getting DMs after DMs like, do you want promotion? I'm like, yeah, I want promotion. They're like, send me this link, and they're showing me all these like prices, and I'm like, oh, I thought you fucked with my music, and I thought that's why you were gonna promote me. But really, you just see I'm constantly promoting myself, and you wanna take some money out of my pocket.
Yeah, for sure.
And he's like, the guy that I was talking to, he's like, so how do you expect yourself to to get known? I'm like, people will fuck with my shit, and they'll fucking post it.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I want you collecting my fans like when they have no clue who your target market is?
Yeah.
What are your followers?
I'd rather have Mark be that guy or something. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Like somebody I know.
Knows the movement. Like, you don't want like some random dude just like doing it for money, getting you like soccer mom followers,
Don't want to sleep on the soccer mom.
Dude, I was about to say,
what's the picture of the family?
I'm not trying to hate on that, because I love it. Like, I have a bunch of grandmas and shit and moms that follow Live Rough That Tough, and I always holler back at them.
Shouts out to the MILFs, man.
Yeah. Old ladies, come on down to the studio.
The GILFs and the MILFs.
Goddamn. What would you describe like your current goal? Like, what are you kind of moving towards now? So if you're not really collaborating with a lot of people, like, do you have any big projects out now? What are your like kind of your goals coming up, or your like projects coming up?
I'm working on like 3 things. Like, alright, so I'm working on this clothing line also. It's called No Gender. No Gender is called No Gender because we're moving into a time where sex doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. You dress the way you dress because that's what you fuck with, and that's your style. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to make No Gender a unisex clothing. So when we come out with clothes, it's not gonna be female or large, or you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be medium, small, and large, or extra small for like the small people in the world. But I'm gonna have some extra larges and all that too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, and I just think I'm trying to get the business license right now to make it more official because I've been looking in line and I could order bulk shit like for cheap, like dirt cheap, and I know a bunch of screen printers, so it doesn't like that part's easy.
Yeah.
But it's the whole making sure that it's gonna like actually making it official. I want it to be fucking like official. I don't want it to be like, all right, I just bought all these Gildan shirts, you know what I'm saying, and I'm about to put my design on it. Yeah, I want like this type of material, you know what I'm saying, like.
Yeah, you're looking at the thread count. You're looking.
Yeah. I'm just looking into like just shirts, hats right now, and possibly stickers, because pants and all that come later once you actually blow up. Yeah. Because you'll be able to hire people to sew that shit.
Yeah.
But I also got my friend Maddie, who's she's taking fashion design and sewing classes and all this other stuff. So we'll probably like eventually end up unhemming all our shirts and like creating our shirts from the get-go.
That's really cool.
So we're trying to make it like actually creating a clothing line. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
So you mentioned like possibly hiring people in the future. What's your opinion on like homegrown businesses versus hiring people and trying to build a bigger sort of empire, you know? I mean, I consider this my little empire, but I'm talking like, you know, versus like kind of what I do here, just like working with myself, no employees, you know, might end up like hiring one or two helpers if I need to.
Yeah.
But I don't want to go past that.
Yeah.
Like, would you consider yourself staying in that category, or are you trying to move past that to where you're pumping shit out and blowing up and...
Probably to that.
Yeah.
To like creating us.
Yeah.
Like
you just want to fucking...
be on fucking karmalook.com like, oh, buy no gender shirt. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can feel you on that.
Or like, just because the way I'm going about it too is just because like I got this whole idea of, you know, no sex, like, you know, like I got the logo official too.
Yeah, and it is a pressing issue nowadays, so it is something that could totally take off. Has a lot of potential.
I hope that goes well. That's my one project. And then we're going to number 2 is me trying to build a fucking team. Cause I got the cameraman.
Gotta get that Ocean's 11 team, man.
I got the fucking, I got the rapper. I got this guy named T Dizzy. He's only 18. This guy could create fucking amazing beats. He lives around here locally. You know what I'm saying? Then Amin is like my engineer. Like anytime I need him to like make my song crispy, he does that. Or he produces. But he's a rapper too, so he does that, all that. But I just need something more, you know what I'm saying? Like a fucking squad.
Yeah.
Like, oh, alright, these 5 people, they're putting stuff on the table. Oh, we need to go to like Colorado, or oh, we need to go to Ohio, we got a show. I want to start doing shows. That's what I want to start doing. I did a show probably like 2 years ago.
Shit, remember we used to do the basement shows all the time?
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Probably like 3 years ago. Now that he said that, it's probably like 3 years ago. It has to be 3 years ago. It was my last show. It was like on this fucking cliff, fucking in the basement, and then you walk out in the backyard, just fucking see the fucking, it's fucking dope. But there was probably like, the guy who was doing the ticket numbers told me it was 170 people. Some people are trying to doubt that number and say there wasn't 170 people there. But anyways.
Are you talking about in Fallen Waters?
Yeah.
Yeah, there was, hands down, there was a shitload of people there.
Yeah, dude, that shit was
at least
live.
100 people there.
Dude, so me and my friend get on, we start fucking ripping shit, and then I start rapping, and I see the crowd just all looks at me, and they're all attention on me. And like, for a second, as I'm rapping my lyrics, I look over, and my boy's getting hyped too. Everything's like just going in slow motion. And I'm looking had everybody, and it's just like, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life. The energy that the crowd gives you, that you fucking get from just like, it was a moment for me. Like everything was going slow, and I was like, blunt after blunt, dollar after dollar, bitch after bitch, and I don't try to holler, repeat after me, and the fucking whole crowd was just like, you know what I'm saying?
I was up in that bitch.
And I'm just like,
You were there too?
Yeah, I was up in that bitch.
Fuck, this was a good time.
It did get pretty
I wish some cool shit like that.
and I just need, and that's what I'm looking into too, is trying to do venues. So I know this business owner who's willing to invest some money into me doing venues, like fucking renting out Shally Acres and getting a bunch of underground rappers or some shit.
That's one thing that we have a disadvantage about around here, like in our area, like compared to other areas, like, you know, Pittsburgh, Richmond, places like that. You know, there's not a lot of venues like for art shows or you know, music
and
shows
I just, like,
or anybody. You know, you kind of gotta
Yeah,
you gotta make it happen yourself. Like I don't hear about many art shows.
So
around
that's
here at all, but
that's
I have to do
another
that
thing
for
I'm trying to
myself.
do, dude. I'm trying to like get this guy to invest his money into me so I could do venues where I'm not the guy who's gonna perform last. I'm gonna call all these other people, and I might be like the middle act. You know what I'm saying? Like not even trying to or open up and like thank everybody for coming out. I got this shit together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, go have fun.
And hire some fucking security. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do that shit official. Because that's how it all starts. Like Trilectro. Trilectro's only been popping for 3 years. And look at it right now. That's all you need.
Well, didn't you see Cardi's playing in Frederick? Like someone
Anchor
cool
Frederick.
had to get like someone's doing something right in Frederick.
So actually, I know where I work at Towson, I know 2 girls that went to high school with the guys that started it, and basically they always try to pop off as rappers, and they had a little high school clout, and they realized that they would never be that good at rapping, so they just sit, or at least I hope that's not how they found out. But that would suck. But basically now they're trying to do this Anchorfest project. This Anchorfest project, and they got, originally it was Lil Uzi Vert, but I think he moved to a bigger venue. So
No, he's the headliner.
no, it's Cardi now. Oh no!
I just saw the flyer today.
It's Uzi and I think it's Uzi Vert and Cardi, and I think they had someone else, but one of them left. But it's like a big look, like 2 of the hottest.
Frederick.
Oh yeah, for Frederick, which then translates to it because like Frederick and like Martinsburg are like small enough cities that I feel like people can kind of like work together within them.
Well, and also if you get those artists to come to your town, because they're already in the town, any talent that's in the town, they're willing to work for as a discount because they don't have to travel to you.
Exactly.
You could come to them with the studio and be like, all right, yo, we about to pop up right now. It's like a pop-up shop, but it's pop-up record. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So, I mean, I'm just trying to like take West Virginia to the next level. Because to be honest, when I first came here, I never repped West Virginia as a rapper. I used to be like DC, blah blah blah. But everybody in West Virginia loves me, so it's not like I can't not rep.
Yeah.
Like I can't not rep the Panhandle.
Of course.
Southern West Virginia, rural
hate
areas.
that, man. Like the Eastern Panhandle is completely different.
Like this is
It's a bad rap.
I mean, it is.
yeah.
I take it back to it all. West Virginia. Fucking
From Inwood, that's a
West
whole different
Virginia
thing.
for life.
Yeah, I wouldn't claim Inwood.
I'm about to get a second one.
And I think the third.
What did you say that last project? Where'd they go?
So the first project is clothing. Second project is like venues and just like doing
Team,
shows
yeah.
and building a fucking team.
Heads up, the camera's right there.
And then we got. I'm trying to. My third project is like basically working on myself, trying to make better music, shit people can relate to, and I'm proud. Like they want a mixtape, like people want me to make a mixtape, but I like doing singles for real. And my cousin, he's a promoter in New York, and he tells me I should focus more on the single, as in like the single, like focus on the single, get the verse done, record the song. Don't worry about recording the next song. Like I'm gonna record this song now because I need to hurry up and get this tape done. No, focus on the artwork of that single now. Make that artwork. Then fucking put that shit out, or hold on to the song, make a video to then drop the video with the song. So nobody has heard the song yet. The video drop, music drop. Oh shit, new thing, new everything.
Yeah.
Oh, download. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the video's even dope. I'm gonna share that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then like, because look at Post Malone, look at fucking Uzi Vert, all of them. First I dropped my time, like that shit got big.
Yeah.
And then you got I got broads in Atlanta. Like he never even been to Atlanta. He's from New York. He's from New York. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like they focus on that song. He focused on Drop My Top. Post Malone, White Iverson.
Yeah.
He was getting his freaking hair braided and had a jersey on and said, "Man, I look like White Iverson." Like shit like that. Just crazy.
Yeah.
So as we're wrapping up, are there any projects that are dropping soon that you want to like shout out or anything? Anything you need to plug?
Probably got a music video coming soon.
Okay. Anything you can speak on, or just that's it?
Oh no, it's a music video. It's just gonna be dope.
I mean, what
song?
I mean, is he like clearly directing all of it, or?
Yeah, Nick's gonna do it. Probably gonna. I don't know, actually. We haven't really talked about the video. We just like know we're gonna shoot a video to the song because the beat is Flame, and it's called Al Capone.
Al Capone. Okay. So I guess where can people follow you on social media if they want to keep up to date with like all your projects?
All right. So everybody that's listening and watching this video, you can follow me on Twitter at 2_FLYTY or Instagram at 2_FLYTY, and you can find me on YouTube as Tyler Welder or 2FLYTY, whichever one. But you have to make sure the 2 and the F are together when you spell 2FLY, and it's the number 2, not 2. So, and then make sure there's a space, and then you put fly. No, then you put tie. My bad. I'm sorry. All right, let me say that again.
I'll put it in the bio. Yeah, put it in the bio. Yeah. So, this has been another episode. Any last minute things?
Thank you. It was awesome.
Yeah, man. It's great to talk
Thanks
to you.
for coming out, man.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad I was able to get